Hey guys, what's up? Bone Berserker here, and this is going to be the first 40 turns of. Well, that was a great interruption. This is going to be the first 40 turns of the head-to-head campaign on DEI as Pontus versus Macedon. So, I'm basically just going to give you a rundown of the current situation, how we got there, and all that stuff. Now, obviously, you everything that I can tell you from my side is accurate, but everything I tell you about my opponent's side, you kind of have to take with a grain of salt. If this person talks one more freaking time in that group chat, you know what? Just ignore him. Okay, so obviously the starting positions. He starts here. I start here. He has a coastal town. I don't. Also, I am using a resource map. I can't freaking find a 1080p. Just clear blank map of DEI. It's so annoying. This is the closest thing I could get, so yeah, we'll just use this for now. So basically, my plan for this campaign, I'll just draw my little border here, was to ally with Armenia, and that's what I'm gonna say. So, and you're gonna see why I'm just outright saying that. I was gonna ally with Armenia, but the first turn, the literal first turn, they declared war on me. So I had to, I was sitting here like, what the frig am I gonna do? I have one town, they have 5. And usually, I never say that numbers win, but in DEI, when you have 5 units in your army, numbers win. There's nothing you can do about it. So I was dumbfounded, by the way. I was annoyed because I was at war with Cappadocia, and in the mod you start off at war with Cappadocia. So I'm thinking here, what am I gonna do? I decide that I'm gonna go on a suicidal rampage. So I lead my general, my king, Mithridates I Christus, into Syria, and then in through this way, and the entire time I avoid the enemy's army. Now what happens is, I don't take a single one of these towns. I loot them. Not loot, I sack them. And then liberate them. So what I have now, what I have just done with that simple move early on, is created a network of alliances that stretch like this. Now, on the outside, you're probably telling me I screwed myself by not capturing that territory, but I never wanted it. Like I said, I wanted to ally with Armenia. After this, Armenia stays alive for a few turns, but eventually, the rest of my allies do end up conquering all of it. So, essentially, with four different client states, from what I remember, I was able to secure Armenia. Now, that's not ideal. I didn't want that, but that's how it went. I wanted Armenia to take Media and Mesopotamia. I would obviously go west and north. Sadly, though, like I said, that didn't work out. So I guess we'll just actually go back a little bit. So while that was happening, I had to figure out how I was going to deal with Cappadocia. My army, I'm muting that next time, by the way, I apologize, was ransacked. It was hurting, so I trespassed through Trapezos, which broke all the treaties we had made, and just sat at my capital for a little bit. And from there, I kind of just waited, but I got a spy on Cappadocia, and my plan from then on was to pay the Galatians to fight the Cappadocians, and I do, and they do it. So they're doing that, and now I'm just kind of waiting, and I see my next opportunity. Let's go for Cappadocia. I mean, I've got no enemies. My public order is mediocre at best, so I just thought I'd go through it real quick. I march into Cappadocia, go through this stupid pass right here, get right up to the city, and it gets liberated. Right before my freaking eyes, it gets liberated, and I was angry at that point because I wanted Cappadocia's iron mines. So I was like, Galatia, at that point, I was like, Galatia, screw you. I'm going to war. Right here, there's 4 armies. Yeah, there's 4 armies. I fight the fake Cappadocians army, the one that got liberated, and I absolutely obliterate it. It's just, you know, townsfolk, militia, that stuff. So I take that out. And Galatia, I'm trying to remember here. Galatia attacked me, I retreated. And at that point, I took the city back. I took Mazaka and liberated it, which I didn't want to do, but I had to. Or I didn't liberate, I subjugated technically. But I needed money since I was running low. So I subjugate, go back to my capital, and just build my army up. And eventually, this works because Galatia takes the city. So my enemies are this right here. So he's got these 2 towns. Now, Galatia's very tough in this campaign, I'm gonna admit. They freaking suck to fight. I hate fighting them, so I wanted to get them out early on. Commagene, this guy right here, goes to war with Galatia. This is when I strike. Galatia sends their full stack over through Syria. I go into Mazaka and take it. So now, I think this is the border for Galatia, for Cappadocia. Something like this, but you get the idea. So that army actually ends up going to Commagene and disappears. So I'm guessing they killed it. I don't quite know though. That's what I'm hoping. I still don't even know where it went. I mean, the faction's technically been destroyed, but I never figured out what happened to that army. So after that, something comical but very annoying happens. Sinope declares war and goes and besieges the capital. Keep in mind, this was 15 turns of back and forth with Galatia. I'm just skipping over the details because it was so annoying, to say the least. It was like a cat and mouse. And so, with the defeat of their army, Sinope comes in, and another comical thing happens. Sinope doesn't get the city. Their subjugated ally Bithynia gets it. Bithynia, a few turns later, declares war on Sinope. And I'm like throwing up my arms like, what the frig? I decide to go, just screw it all, I say, and take Ancyra. However, before I did that, Bithynia took the town, I think it's Iconas, this one here. So, in the end, I add this on to my empire. I think the border is down here. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to get more accurate than I was last time. So, I add that onto my empire. So I've got the iron now. I'm able to upgrade my troops so they have shields. I went with that route, so this is nice. I got the walled town, but I gotta manage this, by the way. Like, my army is pretty run down and stuff. So I'm trying to replenish my army. And then I make peace with Bithynia. And then, this part's funny. I double cross Sinope and declare war on them. And while their army is besieging Nicomedia, I sneak in. Hold on. I sneak in and take Sinope. So finally I have a port city. And I'm looking pretty good, guys. And on top of that, my allies... This is about the time that I would say my allies had taken all of Armenia, but there's another thing. A lot of people disagree if this is good or not. I say it's good. Other people would say it's not. Another thing. Another liberated faction was right here. So, what is the current situation right now? There is a Sinopian army right here. I am going to confront it when we play next. It's going to be a pretty big battle. The Seleucids are intact. They're doing very good at keeping together their empire. However, I don't have a single treaty with them, and it's starting to worry me. My south is very unguarded, so now at this point, we can hop over to Macedonia. So basically, what I'm gonna tell you is everything I think I know, because I don't fully know what's going on over here. So basically, he starts off obviously in Pella, and then he goes and from the start, he liberates this town here, making that a faction. After that, he comes, he goes to war with Larissa, and in a huge bloody battle, he takes the town. It was very bloody, like, oh wait, darn it, I didn't finish it off. Okay, hold on, guys. Alright. Yeah. So, he has been fighting a lot more bloody battles than I have. And some of these, which I'll talk about in a minute, have come down to the wire. So, the best one, I'm pretty sure, was after Larissa. He was marching into Thrace. Oh, also, he has Athens as an ally. Athens never rebelled. Don't know how he did that. They usually almost do, and Sparta never declared war on him, so he marches into Thrace with his Athenian allies and gets confronted by 4,000 Thracians. No, not Thracians. What would be Tylus, but I think is the Tolistobugii or something like that. I don't know the actual name, but they're located here in Pupudeva. So, the battle takes place. Frig, I don't even know where it takes place. It takes place roughly in this area. And so we fight it out. To say the least, it was grueling for him. Awesome for me. Because at the end of the battle, his army was completely diminished. Like, he had nothing left. And I might upload some of these. I might just do some replays once in a while here. Or I'll just upload all the battles at once. So, we fight that. He wins, but it's one heck of a Pyrrhic victory. He goes back into Macedonia and rebuilds his army. And then comes marching back out. And after, frig, I don't know, 5 turns or something, takes all of Thrace and liberates it all. So we sort of have almost the exact same setup in terms of our alliance system. Now, that's not the end, actually. This next part's funny. Rome had 3 armies in Macedonia, but they were at war with Sparta, but not at war with him or Athens. So he realized that he's got to go to war with them, and he does. He declares war on Rome, defeats a first few armies here, takes that town there, and then liberates Epidamnos, which the Romans had taken. So, honestly, like, look at our kingdoms. They're very freaking similar. Now, I am having, right now, in my campaign, I'm not trying to give out a lot of information because I am skeptical. I'm skeptical that I'm being watched. But our empires are very similar, and at the moment, a lot of doors are opening for a complete blitz across Asia. Now, the only problem I'm having right now that is going to be a future problem is the Seleucid faction of Lydia is still in Ephesus. So, I can't go to war with the Seleucids, even with my grand alliance of barbarians and Armenians up here. I mean, you know what, actually? With just overwhelming numbers, we could dogpile them and create a massive network of alliances through Mesopotamia. That'd be freaking awesome. but it'd be one heck of a war. So really, I'm just trying to think rationally here. I'm not gonna give out my next moves. I'm not gonna give too much detail. I've just given you the basics of the first 40 turns of the campaign. But there is, honestly, guys, there's a lot of openings for both of us. Carthage is doing pretty good. They haven't lost a single town yet, which is actually surprising. So, really, guys, it's basically it. I just wanted to give, you know, what the current situation is. We've wreaked havoc on each other in these battles, to say the least. He has had to fight. Compared to what I've fought, honestly, his battles have been 10 times harder. The Thracian armies in this game can be utterly ridiculous, and they're packed full of flippin' javelin men. So obviously those wreak havoc on pikemen, which in the newest update, by the way, have been severely debuffed. Which is, I kind of like it, but I also dislike it. So I'm pretty sure I'm not at war with anybody at the moment. He is at war with Rome, as of what I know. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not at war with anybody. No, wait, I am. Dummy. I'm at war with this faction right here, Sinope, which took Bithynia. So yeah, I'm at war with one faction, but other than that, my kingdom is very peaceful right now and looking fairly nice. And there are some pirates out here, which are very, very frustrating. I had to take them out. I don't have a fleet though, so pretty sure I've done everything that I know of. I didn't go into detail about it, guys, like I said. I'm not going to. Some other time I will. And I'm sorry for using the stupid map. It looks so dumb, but I can't find anything else, and screenshotting the game just doesn't really work out well. I don't know why someone hasn't just took a picture of this and removed all of these resources. I'm not doing it. I'm too freaking impatient. And to be frank, I don't know how. So, guys, pretty sure that's it. I mean, we're really gonna, this is gonna be an exciting one. The campaign, we haven't had a single crash yet, which the last time, the other campaign we did, it crashed every turn almost. And not every turn, but every battle. So hopefully that won't happen here. Well, guys, that's all. Honestly, I have nothing left to say. The campaign, as far as going good. And also, for my 200 subscriber special, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I really need people to leave questions. Just leave as many as you want. I don't really care. So yeah. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.